Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Adriana here, back with another video. And today I want to talk on the topic of being beautifully broken and not letting the enemy make an enemy out of you. Now, this topic has been on my mind for a while because throughout my journey, there's been a lot of questions about, like, how did I get here? Or how did you make it in regards of your career this way, like entrepreneurship and everything. What people don't know is entrepreneurship, stepping into your purpose, being promoted, doing things in your life in general has so much to do with your purpose. And when you take time to really dive deep into your purpose, there comes a process of God that you're saying yes to, a process that you can't undo, a process that takes time, and a process that doesn't always feel good. And that process has had a lot to do with being broken. And it hasn't always been a broken heart. It hasn't always been broken within my body parts. It's been broken in regards of friendships, relationships, things that I did want to do, and things that I did expected, family. And so when you take upon this process, how I like to look at things is just how seasons change, how we nourish things when it comes to fruit. We are literally like plants as people, and God has different intentions with each of us, and upon each season, he's going to cater to us the way we need to be catered to. And so how I like to do and see things is just like a plant needs water, just like a plant needs this and that, we have to treat ourselves as such. We are very important to God. In fact, when you're called to do something in life, whether it be within a people, a community, or even just within your family, you are a vessel of God. And vessels of God have the exportation to spread blood and have a very core responsibility when it comes to the body of Christ. And so what I don't want for it to look like, because sometimes looks can be deceiving, is that it looks easy, because being broken happens in all areas. You know what I'm saying? And so when you are giving your life to God, in exchange, he is asking a lot of you. And oftentimes what happens is he stretches us beyond our capacity, so that way we can really become trailblazers into his original design of us. We have to be able to step forward and do things that are uncomfortable. We have to bring upon change, even if it breaks us. And what has made me so confident and has really kept me throughout this journey, no matter how broken I've been, is knowing that when I surrender something, he gives me something in exchange. When I put down something, I'm picking up something. So God is an all-around God, where he knows that when this friendship happened, or when this falling out happens, or when I left this job or this dance team, I was going to be broken in some way. But just like I was broken in a way, I was birthed somewhere else. And I do feel like there are people that know that there are situations that have broken them, and situations that are expired, where people are so familiar with those things and are just comfortable. And it's very hard to encourage and push upon being promoted or elevated when it comes to God, because it's so different. It's a rare road. And oftentimes the people that we look up to, we can't always go to them because our journey is not theirs. And so being broken in such a way is something that's a part of growing and changing. But the version and definition of being broken to God is really being broken open. He doesn't want to break you and leave you there. He has something inside of you. In fact, when olives are crushed, it forms oil. So sometimes when we're broken, there's something that is pressing through us that must come out of us to spread to others. You know, and I find that there are so many situations in my life that I have had And later down the line, I've met students and other friendships and things where I was able to really pour into other people because of how I was once broken and how I overcame that brokenness. And so sometimes the things that break you aren't just about you. And the last thing I want to cover is, don't let the enemy make an enemy out of yourself. Sometimes we don't have haters like we do, and sometimes we do. But don't let him use you against you. You know, you have to watch how you treat yourself. You have to have boundaries. You have to be able to stand on your own and trust not only God, but yourself. You know, when you're called and you have a responsibility and you're just bump all that, you're just a child of God. He wants you to treat yourself very precious because you mean a lot to him. And so when it comes to your thinking patterns and your mindset, no matter what age you are, you have to be ready for God to come into your life. You have to be ready for change. You have to be ready for different. You have to be ready if you're praying and asking God for blessings, but he's telling you it's going to be a process of something so new. And being broken is a part of that. And so I pray that I said something that may help someone. I just wanted to come on this video really quickly and just spread this because, you know, I get a lot of questions about like just being confident and like standing still. And it's been a process for me. It has not been easy. Like there's been a lot of situations where I've held my tongue, but most importantly, I let God be God, because there's nothing that I can say that could change someone else's opinion. I don't need to defend myself because God does all the defending. And not a lot of people talk about being broken. You know, God does not want to leave you broken. He can do a lot of things out of a broken person. You know what I'm saying? What the world calls broken, God calls chosen. And I'm going to end it right there. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Until next time.